Well, here's the thing. A lot of people think there's been a business revolution, but there really hasn't. What you've had for the last almost 10 years is a communications revolution where the way we communicate, meaning the devices we communicate with, the channels we communicate in, the frequency with which we communicate, meaning 24/7, the power we have to actually get a response and what we expect in return for our query or interaction has dramatically altered everything, right? So we now expect every individual that we communicate with in all the different fashions through texting and emailing and using external social channels to respond to us almost immediately. We expect all institutions to respond to us almost immediately. This has had a dramatic impact on every business in the world and every institution in the world, in addition to the way we interact with each other and our peers. The social customer, first and foremost, is a customer, okay, first, meaning they're people who buy stuff, you know, products and services. But what they've done, which is different than, say, traditional customers, is they've learned how to leverage what's called the social web, meaning Twitter and Facebook and other external social channels and communities and so on, so that they impact and communicate with not one-to-one, but one-to-many, meaning tens and hundreds, thousands, and even potentially millions. And what makes them smarter than most other customers is they understand their power and they understand their influence. So they're disproportionately influential relative to other channels, which you still have to care about, but at the same time understand that social customers are the ones who can wield the fist if need be. The social customer wants to control how they interact with the company, which means if they want to do it intensely, they can do it intensely. If they want to do it occasionally, they can do it occasionally. So what you have to do when it comes to their relationship is give them what they need to interact with you. That means give them the products, give them the services, give them the tools, and then give them what's called consumable experiences so that they feel like they control their own destiny when it comes to you. That's the key to the relationship. Give them control, and they'll give you their loyalty. Well, you know, when a company wants to engage with the social customer, the first thing they have to understand is that the social customer has to decide what level of engagement they want. Meaning, if I want to just buy something from you once in a great while, let me do that. If I want to involve myself deeply with the company, give me avenues to the company where I can communicate with your executives or with your managers or whoever it is I need to communicate with. The key to the level of engagement is, number one, create the kind of systems that the customer needs so that they can have those communications, so they can have those interactions. And number two is have the kind of systems where where you as a company can capture what's going on so that you can capture the data, analyze the information, and then have the kind of insights that are necessary to customize and personalize the experience and the product, services, and tools you give back to the customer, and refine it more and more as the customer continues to engage with you. And the key is always, one, give them the opportunity to engage through the channels, and two, capture the information to refine that. But when we're talking about technology and systems of engagement, we also have to talk about what's called systems of record. Systems of record have been around a long time. Systems of record are essentially transactional data with the customer, contact information, you know, what they've done in their purchase history with you, or what they've done in their customer service history, the things that are ordered and structured information. Systems of engagement go a little further. Systems of engagement say, well, what we need to have is the ability to interact with the customer so that the customer feels committed to the company continually. So for example, a system of engagement would be what they call gamification, where you actually let the customer do things that reward them in return, which in return for the reward and the ability to do these things helps the customer commit deeply to the company, ties the customer more to you, and at the same time makes the customer feel happy to be involved with you. Engagement really is interaction and communication, where record is capturing detail. The two of them have to be together. Reality is, if you just have systems engagement and don't capture any information, you're not going to get very far. If you have both, you will actually have the kind of thing that a customer needs to constantly be talking with you and improving the relationship with you, because you're providing them with what they need in return for that improvement.